Good morning and welcome. Happy Monday. This is Amazon Ads Raw Daily and I'm Alexander. Today we cover an interesting update we have only seen on the German mobile Amazon app, which seems interesting that this new functionality, feature, A/B test or whatever it is, has been rolled out to a non-US entity first, or maybe they're just testing it. Anyhow, the update or the news I want to share with you is on the Amazon mobile app. I was looking for a toy yesterday and spotted a specific new arrangement for sponsored brand headline ads, sponsored brand product collection ads to be more precise. And it seems that Amazon is transforming the top of search placement on the mobile app into a brand carousel, I would call it. So you search for your item, your keyword, and then instead of just seeing a custom image and the free items from the product collection ad from one brand, you now see a little small brand profile logo carousel with 4 brands on top of the custom image and the product carousel. And you can then click and swipe through these 4 different brands, and depending on which brand you select, you'll get another product collection ad from them shown. So basically what Amazon does here is it increases the availability for ad inventory on this placement by a factor of 4, so that from all the competition on this keyword with this ad type, you would now see 4 ads actually delivered, which would be an interesting move first for customers, obviously, because customers have now a broader choice to choose from, as they're not only seeing one brand, but they're now seeing 4 different brands. It also shows that the brand profile, the brand, I assume this has something to do with the brand profile, or at least brand registry is super important, because if you win the first spot, then nothing basically changed for you. Your ad is still the one which is visible first. But to win from the second, third, or fourth spot, your brand logo needs to be appealing, or at least customers need to be curious enough to swipe left and right. And then it really comes down to the custom image again and the products displayed below it. And this is in many ways interesting, as for advertisers, it could be interesting, as you would be able to compete on terms. Or let's say not compete. Compete is the wrong angle. You would always be able to compete on specific terms which you might not likely to win, but you have now more chances to actually also win the auction, the click in the end, because your auction now got some impressions. Usually if you enter the auction, then eventually you would not win that, and then you're not visible to anyone. Now, as there's 4 ad spots, you could enter the auction, you could win at least the impression, which in the CPC model doesn't cost you anything, and then eventually you would be getting the chance that the person swipes through the brands, and then you're getting the click. So there is a much higher likelihood that second, third, and fourth placed auction participants are also getting clicks that will decrease the amount of clicks the first ad rank is getting, because up until now it was getting 100% of all the searches for that, of all the clicks on that placement for all the searches. Now it might split and need to share, and maybe it's only getting 80% of all the clicks on that search term if people tend to click on the other brands as well. And this is from an Amazon itself perspective, also interesting, as Amazon increases its inventory dramatically. If that is successful, they can do the same thing again on other placements for sponsor brands or even sponsor brand videos as well. Increasing the ad inventory eventually also allows in the future to monetize that. If people know that they are now visible as well on top generic search terms with their branded ad, then eventually they are willing to bid a little higher. Eventually that increases competition, increases CPC. Higher CPCs means more margin from Amazon ads. Higher CPC means for Amazon that they earn more money. And so they have a higher margin on that thing. And there's one thing which we have not talked about yet, but Amazon last year announced that, and this is currently already possible through kind of a workaround, you don't need to sell on Amazon in order to do ads on Amazon and in order to do SB ads. Well, kind of. But there's one thing. There is this Prime, buy with Prime for third party, not third party, for Shopify stores or something like that. So you have a D2C store, a Shopify store, then you can add buy with Prime to your payment buyout checkout options, which allows you to basically sell the customer via Amazon FBA and use their logistics as well. And if you offer that on your D2C store, you are also able to link that store from your brand store, and you can basically create an ad to that brand store page, which then brings the people to your D2C store where they can then buy with Prime. This is not ideal, not any ideal customer journey, but this is already possible, that if you have a D2C store, you could link that in the store, in your brand store on Amazon, and you can send customers via a branded ad to that store and from that brand store into your own D2C store. And in the future, Amazon has announced, at least, or there was rumors, that even these stores would not need a dedicated brand store and they can buy sponsored brand ad inventory directly, which would link out to D2C store. At least that's some rumors I heard last year, and maybe that's becoming true. And with that, I assume that would at least increase the competition on that placement a lot. And then having like 4 inventory placements for that top of search placement is interesting for Amazon from a revenue perspective. So in total, it seems when you think there's no more room to grow with ad inventory from an Amazon perspective, as they almost covered all the different spots already with ad placements, they come up with these inventions, and it's still too early to tell if that's gonna last, but it's very interesting. I'll link you my LinkedIn post in the descriptions if you want to see how it looks like. And with that, have a wonderful Monday. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.